Hey guys and girls, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of the Diamond Gear with myself, Lewis. Hope you're brilliant. Hope you have a great day as always. And I have myself a swanky new diamond pickaxe. Yes, I do, because you can see that my ruby one is possibly on its way out. So we're gonna do a new one today. We're gonna get 30 XP levels, and we're gonna go deep on this here old enchantment table and see what we get. I got some enchant book just in case we get something rubbish, but it looks like Nicholas as well has been around our base and deposited some small, valuable little mine carts with many things in. We've got pearls. This one actually had something good in it. It's got the Peridot pickaxe of efficiency 4 on it. That's not bad. And the pearls aren't bad either because, you know, if you're watching The Age of Adventure, we can train those to make pearls and things, ender pearls and things for us, but yeah, there's many chests everywhere. So in the last one, we made our little Ender IO farm downstairs. Today, we're going to start working on Applied Energistics 2, because I think it's about time we start working on our storage now. We've got all the basic amenities out the way. But first, we're going to do this, because I want to see what I'm going to get. So let's get ourselves up to the level 30. I have horrible luck when it comes to enchantment, so this probably isn't going to be good. I'm not going to take the first one. I'm going to take the second one. I'm breaking free, efficiency free. Well, that's not bad. Was that efficiency free on break? Well, I basically got one of the 2 books I had to have. Wow, that's a thing. Can we combine them to make them better? Is that a thing? Can I put... I can. Nice. Alright, we're going to need low levels. Let's chomp down on all of these ear berries. Call me a berries. There we go. I'll eat all of these. So yeah, we're going to get on with some Applied Energistics 2 today. We're going to start basically at the bottom and work our way up, because I've never shown Applied Energistics 2 on the channel before, and some of you might already know how it works, but we're going to start from the basics and work our way up. And it's changed a lot from when it was before, so if you've played with Applied Energistics 1, this is massively different. Like, it's a completely different mod, to be honest. That can go in there. It's like loads of little chests everywhere for me to put all my rubbish in. It's amazing. Alright, so, first thing we're going to need is going to be some Certus Quartz. So let's go grab us some Certus Quartz. It's probably gone in the Applied Energistics chest. There it is, so we'll grab some of these. Now, one thing to note with Applied Energistics 2 now is you have 3 different types of world generation. So you have regular Certus Quartz crystals, which you're used to. You now have charged Certus Quartz crystals, which are kind of harder to find. And you have Skystone, which is in the form of giant meteors. And what you want is the Skystone's good by itself, because you can make things like chests and whatnot from it. If we have a look here, we can make like Skystone chests and a few other bits and bobs, Skystone dust. There is other uses for it, but yeah, the main thing you want what's inside the Skystone. So for that, we're going to need a few bits and bobs, and we're going to need a compass. So I happen to already know where one is, but we are going to need to go find some more. So we need a charged Certus Quartz and 4 bits of iron. Alright, let's pop that back. So let's get a charged Certus Quartz, and we'll grab ourselves 4 bits of iron. So yeah, this has changed massively on how it all works now. It really is kind of a completely different mod. The general aspect of how it works is the same. You know how you store things and such, but how you actually go about it now is so different. Like, so different. So let's have a sleepies upstairs, and then we'll go and find ourselves some of these sky meteors. Yes. And they look pretty cool. You get like lava coming out of it and stuff and whatnot. I've only found the ones on the above ground, because, you know, those are the ones you see when you're looking around, but you do find them underground as well. But this guy is going to take us to the ones that we need. So if we look over here, we can see it's pointing in this direction. If we keep going this way, this is probably going to lead to the one that I already found, which is right on the top of a mountain. I don't think it's on my map, because my map got reset. But if I'm right, it's just about here. It's on top of a big snowy mountain. So let's go in this direction, and we'll see if we can find it. And when you get to the Skystone, you'll see that the compass will start going mental. And I'm pretty sure it still works when it's in your inventory bar as well. Yeah, there we go. So we can still see it in the inventory moving around. But if you kind of go over one that's underground, your sky compass madoobry will start spinning around frantically. And that means you're in the right place. So I'm keeping a general look on my map, and we'll know when it comes up, because it kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. It's saying it's over this way. Let's keep going over here. Oh, look at that little place over there. It's like a little... What is that? There's like another mountain over there with... Oh, it's a slime thing. I was wondering what that was. Which way now? Going this way? I'm pretty sure we're very close to it now. It's anywhere around here. Let's go up here. So we need the Skystone now to be able to get some stuff that's inside the Skystone. Or we need the Skystone rock, but we also need what's inside it. And it's kind of hard to find what's inside it because you have to dig through it. But you'll see in a minute that it's quite interesting what we get. And this is needed to really do anything with Applied Energistics 2 now. So not only do you have to go and get that stuff, you have to go get that. There we go. Look at that guy. One giant meteor up there with loads of lava and horrible stuff pouring out of it. That looks awesome. That does look absolutely awesome. So I'm going to go over there, guys, and climb my way up, and we'll be back once we've reached the meteorite. Alright, here we go. Look at this giant meteor, and you can see my compass is going mental, so that means we're basically here. So let's go up on top of this meteor, and we're going to want to really just drill down straight through the middle. So let's try and find the middle of this guy, which I think is going to be somewhere around about here. Oh man, there's clouds. Let's get rid of the clouds. There we go. That's easier. Alright, let's get rid of all this. Cool beans. So the meteor is basically here. So let's start going down. I'm going to wind my way down. Let's make a little staircase going down into it. So, like I said, we're going to need the Skystone to get ourselves going. But the little treasure inside here is the main reason we want this. And you're going to have to go around and find quite a few of these. But there we go. We found a Skystone chest. And that's what we're after. If we look in here, we can find some copper nuggets. Lovely. But we've also got an inscriber calculation press. We've got an inscriber silicon press. And a inscriber engineering press. How cool is that? But we are still missing one of these guys, so I'm going to take... can I grab this chest? I don't know if I can. Haha, awesome. There we go. So I've got me one chest. Lovely. So we haven't got all the bits we need just yet, because we're still missing another press, and you're going to have to go find a few of these. So we've got the inscriber calculation, which is good, the silicon, and we've got the engineering, but the one that we're actually missing is the logic press, which is going to be the other one. So I'm going to go off, guys, and I'm going to find me another meteor, and then once I've got the logic press, we'll be back to start doing a bit of basic machinery with Applied Energistics 2. And here we go. Here's the last one we need, the logic press. Lovely. We've also got the same bits again, so I guess I'll take a couple of them just in case Nemson wants to get into it. But we've got some Skystone as well, and an iron nugget. And I'm going to take this chest with me again, because they just look really funky, don't they? And I think I'll use these around my Applied Energistics area. But if we look on the map, there's another one just around here. And the first one that we did is there. Pretty cool, right? I like it. I should really make a warp page to these, so we can go and grab all the stuff. But let's make our way back to the beds, and now we can start doing some of the basics now that we've got these, so that we can make some of our processors. So the first thing we're going to need is going to be a way of making power. So we're going to make a vibration chamber, and that sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? 'Cause it is. So let's have a look at a vibration chamber. So for one of these, we need an energy acceptor, we need some iron nuggets, and we need a furnace. And the energy acceptor is made like this. So we need iron, we need some quartz glass, which is made of glass, and some Certus quartz, and we're going to need ourselves a fluix crystal. And all of these require a couple of different means of getting this stuff now. So to be able to grab ourselves our quartz, we're going to need the good old grinder. So let's make ourselves one of those first. Let's grab a grinder. Or if we look at quartz, is it quartz grinder? Something like that, isn't it? Quartz grindstone, that's the one. So we need some stone, 3 bits of stone, 2 bits of cobble, and some of the other bits. So let's grab some of these. So 3 of those. Ooh, didn't want all of that, I just want 3. There we go. We need a couple of bits of stone. And we're going to need ourselves a wooden gear. So we're going to need some wood. Let's just grab some of these. There we go. And we're going to need ourselves some nether quartz or Certus quartz. We're going to go with nether quartz, I think, because that's slightly easier to get my hands on. So let's pop that in there and get our quartz grindstone. And we're also going to need our crank to be able to do all of that good stuff. So we're going to need a load more sticks. So let's grab a few more from in here. and bam, we have a wooden crank. Lovely. So let's make our way downstairs. This is where we're going to be setting up all of our applied Energistics stuff. Nemson's been busy down here making this look a little bit funkier as well. Doesn't that look cool? With all of our little farms down there in this area. I really like what he's done with these Carpenters Blocks. Yes, they're Carpenters Blocks. It does look awesome. So, let's place down our grindstone and our crank. And we'll pop that in top like that. And we'll throw down some skystone chests. Why not? Because they, you know, they're just pretty cool, aren't they? So let's throw these in there. And our meteorite compass. Because we're not really going to need that anymore now. And our skystone. Okay, and now we're going to want to grind ourselves up some quartz. So let's get back upstairs. I'm going to want a way of getting up there really fast. I might make myself another one of the workbook pages so we can get up and down quickly, because my current one that takes me to this base is actually outside, which doesn't really help too much. There we go, much better. And we'll just call that base 1 for the time being, I guess, and throw that inside our workbook. So now I can get up, down, left and right a lot easier. Loads easier, actually. Cool beans. Right, so we got that set up. We're looking pretty good. Let's grab a load of applied Energistics goodies. So we'll grab some charged. We'll grab some regular Certus quartz. We're going to want some of this quartz as well. So we'll grab a load of that. Why not? And let's make our way back downstairs into the factory. And we're good to go. So let's have a look at what we needed again. We need a vibration chamber right here. So we're going to need one of these. And to be able to make our quartz glass, we're going to need some nether or some Certus quartz. So again, I'm probably just going to use the nether quartz. So let's pop that in there and get grinding. And this will give us all the stuff that we need. We're going to need some glass as well. So let's check, see how we're doing. We've got 2 bits. Alright, so I got all the bits that I need. Here we go. We've got some quartz glass. Lovely. And now we're going to need ourselves one of these fluix crystals. And these are made slightly different than how they used to be made. We're going to need ourselves a bucket of water. So let's grab one of these. And we're going to make our way downstairs into the factory and grab ourselves some water. We're going to set a little area up where we can do this. And it's going to look and work pretty cool. So if we use this clear glass and we pop it like this. There we go. We fill it with water. Good stuff. We're going to need a couple of things now. So we're going to need some charged Certus quartz. We're going to need some redstone. And we're going to need some nether quartz. And what we're going to do is we're going to throw these into the water down here. And once we throw them in like that, you have to give it a second. It starts charging up like that. And bam, we have ourselves some fluix crystals. Lovely. So we've got the fluix crystals, we've got these bits, we need some iron, and we just need a general furnace, and then we're set to go. So let's grab a handful of iron from here, because we're going to take some of this downstairs with us, and some cobblestone. Good stuff. And I think we're going to be fairly set. So let's make ourselves a furnace. There we go. And bam. 1 energy acceptor. And I will get onto what these do later, because we're going to use one of these later on. But I'm just, for the time being, showing you the very basics of how to get started. Now, if you didn't want to, you don't even have to use the grindstone. Upstairs, I've actually got, at the minute, my my sag mill doing a load of stuff for me. But, yeah, that's how you would do it if you didn't have that stuff. So now that we've got that, let's throw some of this in here for the time being. So those guys can go in there, all of that stuff for our furnaces and whatnot. Good times. Alright, so now that we've got all of this, we're looking fairly good. Let's grab our furnace and our... we've got that guy and that. And now we should be able to make this. There we go. And this is going to be used for generating early game power, the vibration chamber. And you can put in any fuel that burns, basically, and it's going to burn. It's got a little internal buffer of its own, and when that's full, it's going to slow down and not do much. But we're going to want a place to be able to put our power for the time being. So what we're going to do is we're just going to make a little energy cell so that we can buffer up a little bit. And there's different levels of energy cells now. So we have the irregular energy cell, we have the higher capacity energy cell, we have the dense energy cell, And I believe these are the ones that are full. So we're going to make one of these guys. So we're going to need ourselves some charged Certus quartz, 4 of those. We need some quartz glass and some Fluix dust. And the Fluix dust can be done in a macerator or a sag mill, or you can do it inside this guy right here to get all the other bits that you need. So I'm going to go grab all that and we'll be right back. So we can place these down around our vibration chamber. We'll pop one here. And we'll just pop another one here. And I like most of the applied Energistics stuff. It all generally connects when it's just placed next to each other, which is pretty cool. So let's get ourselves some fuel from inside the base. We're just going to use some coal for the time being because we've got buttloads of it. And this is going to start powering up and allowing us to generate some of the AE that we need. So let's pop that in there. And you can see this starts to burn up and it's currently producing 7 AE per tick, 8, 9, 10 AE per tick. And that's going to be going inside our energy cells. Lovely. We don't know how much is in there at the minute, but we can find out. If we go grab ourselves some... We're going to need some charge. No, we're going to need some regular Certus quartz. And I believe the recipe is something like this. Or it could be the other way around. Is it this? Yeah, there we go. 1 Certus quartz wrench. Lovely. So if we take this... and we grab our energy cells now, we'll see that it currently has 6,025 A, so it's 3.01% full inside that guy. And it should hopefully be the same for this one. Let's double check to make sure they are connecting up. So this one currently has nothing in it, but my guess is that it's going to go through this one before it reaches that one. But yeah, there we go. You can break them with a diamond pickaxe, but if you do that, you lose all the power in there. So you want to make sure you're using your Certus quartz wrench for anything really AE-wise. Now, the other thing that we can have done is when we made ourselves the vibration chamber, you remember that we made ourselves the energy acceptor. Now, with the energy acceptor, you can use that to transfer other types of energy into your network, as it's not really networked now, but you can use that to have stuff coming in. So you'd have maybe some RF pipes going into or such. And we'll do that later, but I wanted to show you guys how you get yourself going if you didn't have any of those mods involved. But we've got our energy cell, which is now good. So we're going to need ourselves a inscriber. And this is going to be one of the main things that's going to really get us going. And it's the reason why we went and got ourselves these guys. These are inscriber presses, because these are extremely important for making most of the parts that we're going to need. So let's have a look at the inscriber. And this is also going to require some power. So the inscriber is going to use some iron, some Fluix, and some sticky pistons. Yes. So let me go grab all those, and we'll throw this guy together. Alright, so 1 inscriber in the bag. So let's pop this guy somewhere around here, I guess. I'm going to want some power coming from all of this, but we can pop them there, and we should be fairly set to go when we need them to. These are all going to be powering up and doing their thing, but this is all connected to our system, so we're fairly good. Now, the inscriber is used to make all of the processors that you need. So if we have a look inside here, processors. Now, you might remember before the processors were made with the quartz cutting knife. Well, that's completely changed now. So they're now made like this, and we have 3 different types: the logic processor, we have the calculation processor, and the engineering processor. And if you remember earlier from the presses that we had the logic press, calculation press, engineering press, and we had the silicon press, and they're all used to make these guys inside the inscriber, which is you know, pretty cool. But we're also going to need a couple of other things. This is where it gets fun. So if we want to make ourselves the logic processor, we're going to need a printed logic circuit and a printed silicon and some redstone, which is fine. So we can make one of those right now, but we are going to need another little process coming up fairly soon to be able to do any of this. So let me go upstairs and grab some gold. There we go. And we'll go back down into the factory. And we'll grab the different presses that we need. So we're going to use ourselves the calculation. Which one do we need? We need the logic. There we go. And we need the silicon. Cool. So first things first, we're going to put our inscriber in there for our logic. And we're going to put some gold in there, like such. And you can see that it's doing its thing. And this is going to give us one of these, a printed logic circuit. Pretty cool. Now we're going to need a silicon circuit, so let's have a look at the silicon that we're going to need. We're going to need some of this, some silicon, which is fairly easy. It's just some nether quartz or some Certus quartz cooked up, And I think I've got some inside my chest over here. Yeah, let's grab a couple of these. So we'll grab 5 of these. And let's go and cook these up inside our sag mill over here. So I'm just going to put this on furnace only. And we'll cook these up inside our alloy smelter even. And that should do its thing and give us some silicon. Lovely jubbly. So now we've got that, we can press that into the correct type that we're after. So we want ourselves the silicon. So let's put that in there. And that's going to press together and give us the silicon that we're after. You can even see it in there. Doesn't that look funky? It's going up and down. I'll show you in a second. But let's take these two. And now we can put our silicon, we can put our printed logic and some redstone in there. And that's going to start doing its thing. And if we have a look in here, you'll be able to see it. It does look pretty cool when it does it. But it's going to press them together like that. And bam, we get a logic processor, which is used for pretty much any of the cells that we need or storage segments to be able to store the items that we are going to be storing. You can see, though, that the process of getting that far has changed. So Applied Energistics has kind of become a little bit more late game than it used to be. But it's still there. It's still a thing. But what happens if we wanted to make some of the better processors? Well, this is going to lead us on to another little trick that we're going to be able to do. So the calculation processor is the next one. And to be able to make the calculation processor, we need a printed calculation circuit, which is going to require pure Certus quartz. And we currently don't have any pure Certus quartz. So let me show you how we do this. So we're going to grab some Certus quartz. We're going to go back upstairs and we're going to grab some sand from inside here, a little bit of sand. And now, if we mix these together, so let's go back into the factory. So, let's grab some Certus quartz. I'm pretty sure it's regular Certus quartz. Is it regular Certus quartz, or it might be charged? Let's have a look. But basically, what we want to make is some quartz seeds. Yes, very cool. These guys, Certus quartz seeds. So we need Certus quartz and sand. So let's grab some of these and we'll pop them in here. And we'll get turn in, and this will give us the Certus quartz that we're after. There we go. So that with some sand gives us 2 Certus quartz seeds. Now, there's 2 real ways of doing this. So we can grab the Certus quartz seeds like such and we can pop them in some water. And you just leave them. That's pretty much it. And it takes forever. Like, literally forever to do its thing. You know, I'll throw the other one in there. Why not? But you can see them in there doing their thing. The good thing is they don't despawn. So you can leave them in there as long as you like. As long as the base is loaded, you're all good. So if you've got chunk load around here, you can go off and do other things. And eventually you'll come back and they will start growing. If we have a look in here now, we're probably going to find they've not even grown at all, because it just takes so long. But there is one way of speeding up, which is fairly expensive, but it is one good way of doing it. And this is using these guys. So we're going to make ourselves some crystal growth accelerators, which look like this. Now, these aren't cheap by any stretch of the imagination, because we need ourselves ME glass cable, we need some iron, we need some quartz glass, and we need a fluix block, which is 4 fluix to make a fluix block. So they're not cheap by any stretch of the imagination. And to be able to make the glass cables, they have changed slightly as well now. So if we have a look at the glass cable, let's do that. There we go. So we're going to want the glass cable. These are done slightly different as well now, because we need the quartz fibers, which is 3 quartz glass in a row like that. So let's get some nether quartz and some regular glass, and we'll make a few more of these. So let's do this. There we go. So make a load of those. And then we slip them in a row like that, and we get our quartz fiber. I'm probably going to want some more of this quartz glass, so let's make a few more of those. There we go. And now we've got our quartz fiber, we can add fluix crystals and regular glass, well, whatever type of glass you have really. And that's going to be able to do that for you. So I'm going to go away and I'm going to build a few of these. And we'll be back to try and speed up this process. Alright, so I got enough to make 4 of these crystal growth accelerators. So let's grab these guys out. Now, you don't need 4. You can use 1, 2, 3. You can use up to 4 if you like. But the more you use, the faster this works. But be mindful that it does use up a lot of power. So we've got the crystal growth accelerators. Now, we're going to want some cables as well. So let's make some more glass cables. So we're going to need some more of these. So we're going to need some fluix crystals, we need some glass, and some quartz fiber. Alright, so stick should be able to do it for us, which is awesome. So let's dig into here, and we'll put in our crystal growth accelerators. So the first one's going to go there. And we're going to do this basically all the way around. So we'll pop another one there, pop another one here, and we'll pop the last one here. Cool beans. Lovely. And we should probably place down the torches again, because we don't want any bad guys coming in. But there we go. So we've got that. We've got a little area of water in the middle. Let's connect these up with some ME glass cables. So we'll do this. There we are. And we can see these changing colour. They're kind of sparkly and looking pretty nice. And they've got all these electrical gizmos coming off. It does look pretty funky, I must admit. So now we can put our Certus quartz seeds in there. So let's chuck these in. Oh, we might have to break this a little bit. Let's get rid of this one. See if I can put it in there now. Oh, oh, oh. We might have to change the way this is done slightly. But I guess we can get them in there first. So let's put the first one in. There we go. And the second one. So they're in there now. And let's reconnect this back up. There we go. So, oh, well, we can see it's already gone 2%. But we don't really want it to do that. Come here. There we go. Alright, we're just gonna give it a minute or two, and they're gonna go ahead and do their thing. But what's gonna happen inside there is, if we have a look at our quartz seeds, there's a couple different stages of growth. So they'll go from the Certus quartz seeds into the Certus quartz seed, which is 33%. Then we'll have the 66% seeds, and then we'll be given the Certus quartz that we're actually after, which will allow us to make the better types of processors that we need for the higher machines. Now, what we're going to do in the next episode, because we're probably going to end this one in a second, because we've done most of the basics now. We've got most of the system in place to get going, which is good. So you're going to kind of want to get yourself to this level before you go anywhere, before you dig any deeper into it. But in the next episode, we're going to get into the actual system and channels and things like that, and we're going to go through how it's changed as far as your system goes, and it has changed a lot, so it is pretty much a brand new mod, but it's still pretty funky and it still does the trick. So let's check on our crystals now. Let's see how we're doing. So we've got 2 at 57 and 64. Lovely. Let's pop those back in. Get that doing its thing like that. But that's going to do that for us, and that's going to give us those guys. The last thing that we could possibly make is the energy acceptor, which will be the last thing. So let me grab a energy acceptor, which is this guy right here. So we need one of these fluix crystals, some iron, and some quartz. So I've layered some of these energy conduits running down here. I'll make it look a little bit nicer off camera, but they're running along here, and they're going down to this section where I've placed my energy acceptor. So let's go back into the factory. And if we have a look-see over here, you can see that I've placed an energy acceptor up here. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring this down like such. And our energy is now going to be coming into the energy acceptor, which allows it to then be converted into the type of power that the applied energistics works. So before, we could just place these into pretty much most of the applied energistics blocks, or the controllers and such. Well, that's kind of changed now. You need the energy acceptors to be able to do that. And that's now going to be allowing the power to go into our system. So I can pretty much remove this, and we'll still be getting power into it now from the solar panels upstairs, which is pretty handy. So let's place these back down like this, and we're going to be fairly set now. So I'm pretty sure if we look in here now, we should have, I'm pretty sure I can see them already. Yeah, some pure Certus quartz crystals. Lovely jubbly. Now these guys use a load of power, so it's probably best that when you're done to disconnect them all, so they're not sucking it all up. But now we can go ahead and make the last type of inscription that we wanted to do. So we can use the one over here. And it's the calculation processor, so we can grab the one for the calculation processor. And we can do that, so let's put that in there with our pure certs quartz, and that's going to do its thing like that for us. And we're going to need some redstone as well. Let's grab a piece of redstone and some silicon. And there's our printed calculation circuit. We're going to want our silicon as well, so let's put our silicon in there. Let's get rid of that one. There we go. So that's going to do that one for us. And then we can finish it up by making the calculation processor, which is pretty awesome. So that guy, and redstone. And that's going to make the calculation processor for it. And so then we have the engineering processor, which is made of the printed engineering circuit, which is diamond. So before it was redstone and it was gold and diamond to make the different types, wasn't it? Now it's slightly different because we're not actually using those. We're using different ones. But oh, looks like something's using up all our power. Oh no, there we go. Calculation processor. We're all good. Awesome. So in the next episode, we'll get into actually making a network. And we'll have a look at channels and how you make your networks now, which is very different from it was previously in Applied Energistics. So I'll see you guys soon. Have yourself a great day. Have a good one as always, and goodbye.